My name is Mike Navolio, and I'm going to be talking about Child Legacy International's Clean Water Climb in the category Program Project for the 2022 M3 conference. Founded in 1987, Child Legacy International performs sustainability work in Zimbabwe and Malawi. Today, I'm going to be focused on the country of Malawi, where Child Legacy repairs broken water wells in this long, narrow country with an estimated 20 million people, mostly living in rural communities. It's desperately poor, one of the poorest countries in the world. An estimated 3,000 children under 5 years of age die every year in Malawi from contaminated water. In 2007, it was estimated 10,000 of these water wells were broken. Whenever a water well goes into disrepair, the community must find an alternative water source. And you can see here what that looks like in terms of collecting the water and transporting it by head. CLI began their water well ministry in late 2008. Their objective was and still is to bring hope to Malawi. Hope for today by repairing every broken hand pump water well and teaching hygiene at each repair. And also to bring hope for eternity, sharing the gospel of Jesus at every well repair. CLI's goal was to raise and to continue to raise at least $400,000 per year to repair 320 broken hand pump water wells. They began fundraising and hired a local four-man repair team shown here from our last year's trip in July. They trained and empowered them to repair wells, teach hygiene, share Jesus. In 2009, a friend suggested after we went to Kenya that our group of 6 should go to Malawi and meet CLI for the first time. They took us to a well repair, photo on the right here, and shared Jesus. It was life-changing for me. I started bringing people to Malawi on a follow-up trip in 2010, and on the way home, I met a guy who had climbed Kilimanjaro for a charity in England to raise money for that charity. God led me to begin the Clean Water Climb in 2011 to help raise money for CLI's water well repair program. We started with trekking Kilimanjaro, which has evolved into a 3-part trip called Prairie, Peak, and Purpose. The prairie part is to get acclimated to the same elevation that we start the hike and also get over jet lag. Then we hike to the top of Africa, and all for the purpose of bringing clean water and living water to Malawi, which is the end of the trip. We have since expanded to trekking other mountain ranges such as the Rockies, the Andes, the Himalayas, and the Appalachians. Every year, we recruit hikers to trek mountains and trails, all to raise funding for CLI's water well repair program. Each climber is given a website link to help them with their fundraising. Since 2011, when the Clean Water Climb started, 264 people have trekked mountain trails and glorified God while raising funds for CLI. An additional 66 people have fundraised or put on fundraising events, and over 5,000 unique donors now have given $3.6 million through the Clean Water Climb. This has enabled Child Legacy's well repair program to repair an additional 3,043 broken water wells, benefiting an additional 5.8 million people. Also, an additional 40,000 people have been saved. Within the additional repairs funded by the Clean Water Climb, CLI has been able to repair a grand total of 4,948 wells through 2021. We hit a milestone last year. The 3,000th water well repair was funded through Clean Water Climb by these thousands of generous donors and hardworking fundraisers. And the photo on the right is the front page of what a typical water well report looks like, and this being the 3,000th water well report. The water well repair map on the right summarizes all that CLI has accomplished with the help of the Clean Water Climb. 4,948 wells repaired, and there's joy at every well repair. 9,650,000 beneficiaries and over 63,000 salvations. The blue dots on the map represent wells repaired from 2008 to 2020. The red dots represent wells repaired in 2021. Not surprisingly, when you plot beneficiaries and salvations against wells repaired, you see almost a 1-to-1 correlation. Thus, more funding means more well repairs, which means more beneficiaries and salvations. The number of people, in conclusion, the number of people we can bring clean water and living water to is closely related to the number of wells repaired and thus funds raised. The more fundraising climbers we can recruit, the more funds we will raise. If you're interested or know someone interested in joining one of our Clean Water Climbs, please contact me here. You can also find information about our trips on cleanwaterclimb.net, join a trip. Also check out our YouTube channel where we have lots of clips and videos from our trips. Thank you very much for listening.